Hi, I'm Sheila Shamay. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to do a first impression video on this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. It looks like this. I got mine in the shade Classic Tan, and it says it gives skin even coverage and natural glow that lasts all day. Okay, and I also have the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. It's a makeup wear extender. It says that it is an all-day primer that keeps your makeup looking fresh. Apply a dime size amount to face before applying makeup, and it's oil free. So this is what I'm gonna do, as I always do with first impressions, and even when I'm just applying makeup for the first time. I usually, if there's a primer that comes with it that I haven't tried, I'll do one side with the primer and the foundation, and one side with just the foundation. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure if you've been watching my videos, you know what I also like to do is use two different kinds of brushes. Okay, this is my ultimate favorite foundation brush. I just love this Real Techniques buffing brush. It's one of my favorites to apply foundation. So you know I'm going to use this one. I guess I use this one on the right side with the primer. And then on this side, I'm going to use this Echo Tools, I forget what it was called, but it's something brush too. And this used to be my favorite as well. It's one of my favorites to apply foundation to. Just love the bristles on it. So yeah, this is how they look, like that. Okay, I just like to use different brushes and different makeup application tools just to see how the foundation will look with a certain type of brush or a sponge or whatnot. So yeah, let me go ahead, and I know you guys, I don't know if you can see it, I'm still a little bit red from the Buxom foundation. I just want you to know, like on my nose right here on the tip, it's still red, but pretty much it has cleared up, and I'm glad that it has, but because it was worse than this, okay? Trust me, it was worse. So yeah, I might be a little red, okay, from that, but it's about over with. I just have a little redness on my nose and just a little bit on my cheeks, like slightly underneath my eyes, right up in here, but it's okay. So let me go ahead and pin my hair back, and I will be back, okay? And we'll start this first impression on this foundation. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, on this right side, I'm going to use this CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. It's a makeup extender, so I'm going to apply this to the right side of my face, okay? It says a dime size, but okay, we'll see how much I use of it, okay? Alright. Just using a little bit like that on my finger tips. I like the way it feels. I mean, it feels good on my skin. It's not feeling thick. You know, like some primers can feel thick and you can feel that layer on the skin. It just kind of feels like lotion. I hate to keep saying that, but some products, a lot of products, you know, feels like lotion, and I like that. You know, if it feels like lotion, the better I'm gonna like it, because I have dry skin. But it didn't feel thick or anything like what I would think it would feel like, because a lot of primers do. That I, at least primers that I have tried. They feel a little thick on the skin, and then it absorbs into the skin kind of, and then you may not feel it, and then sometimes you still feel primers, you know, like makeup primers, but this one feels like lotion. So hey, I might use this with all of my foundations, okay? Do like the way it feels. It looks like lotion, as you saw. It's just looks like lotion. Look at that. I'll show you on my hand. It's just like lotion, okay? My skin feels very soft. Doesn't feel like it's got something on top of it. So far so good with this primer. I mean, I have to use it for a while before I can really say a review on this product, but I will use it with some of my other foundations and, you know, throughout the week or whatnot. But so far, the way it feels like lotion, and my skin feels soft. I feel like I haven't applied anything to my skin. So that's a good thing. That is a very, very good thing, okay? For me, it is. I like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation in the shade number 860 Classic Tan. I'm just going to do the right side of my face, and yeah, and then we'll go over here to the left side and see how it looks over there with no primer, okay? So basically, I don't put the foundation on my brush. I like to use my fingers. I just cleanse my skin. Everything has been cleansed. My hands is cleansed. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply this onto my face using my fingertips, if I can get it to come out. Don't tell me I got a bad bottle. Oh, I just locked it. Oh no. Well, well, you guys, my pump don't want to work, okay? It doesn't want to work. So I'm just going to apply the product right here to the back of my hand. That's terrible. Okay, I'm going to apply it to my skin now. Now, I do like the CoverGirl, what is it called? CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1 foundation. That foundation is made for oily skin, but however, I make it work. It's not too dry that I can't use it, but it is a favorite foundation of mine. The one that's in the blue is the 3-in-1 foundation, but it's the CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1. I do like it, so hopefully this one I should really love because it's luminous. Maybe it's good for dry skin, okay? All right, here I go. I like the shade. All right. And it's gliding onto my skin. I'm already done with that side of my face, which is my cheek area, jaw area. It was really, really smooth. I'm applying just a small amount, and then I'm going to see if I can build it up to a great coverage. Right now, it's a pretty good coverage, just that little amount that I applied to my skin. So now, I'm going to apply it right here. Alright. in these areas, which is my chin, underneath my nose area, or on top, the section above my lips, and on my nose and on up. So far I have this area on my chin for some reason is a problem area as much as the area underneath my eyes. So far it's pretty good coverage. Okay. Like I said, the thing that I noticed about it as well is that it glides on, like I said, and it has pretty good coverage. I mean, it's just like the 3-in-1. It really gives good coverage. I'm happy about that. And easy to apply. Now I'm going to apply a little bit on my eyelid because I have really bad discoloration on my eyelids. Oh wow, look at that. I don't see it anymore. I don't see the discoloration issue on my eyelid anymore. So this has great coverage. And really, I can get by with this one layer of makeup. I really don't need another layer. Okay, I'm gonna look this way. And of course, as you can tell, the foundation is just a little bit darker than my skin tone. You can see that from my neck and my face. But I love my foundations like that. I always get my foundation just a little bit darker. That's just what I've been doing for years. So, but anyway, if you look at this side, and I'm going to zoom you in. I haven't done that. I'm sorry. Let me zoom you in. This is what's going on. This is how my skin look after applying just one layer of this Luminous, this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. This is just one layer on this side of my face, including the primer. And this is what I get. This is how much coverage I get. Okay, that's it right there. Then I'm going to turn to my left side with no product. This is how it looks as far as on this side with the product. Straightforward. This is how it looks between the right side and the left side. To you to be left, right. But this is how it looks. Okay. And this is how I look with no product on this side. You can see my discoloration. Oh yeah, you can see that nothing has been applied to this side of the face. I'm gonna turn back over here and you can tell that I have applied foundation. All right. Luminous. Luminous Glow. Let me apply it to my entire face, you know, before. Right now, I really don't see the luminous glow to my skin. What I do feel right now is that my skin feels still moisty, meaning that it is a good foundation for dry skin. That feels good if you have dry skin. So my face still feels a little wet, you know, or a little damp. And that's really good if you have dry skin. So I do like for my foundations to feel like that because I have dry skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this other brush and I'm going to apply the product on this side without, remember, without the primer, the Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer, okay? This has no primer on it. It's just my pure skin. I'm going to wash my hands off, okay? My fingers, I mean. Okay. So I'm going to apply some more of this, and my pump is not working. I don't know if I'm not opening it up, but yes, I got it open. It's just not working properly, so I'm just going to have to grab it like that. I hate that. Looks a bit thick. I want to say that it's just when you apply it, it doesn't feel like super thick to me. Okay, I'm using this brush on this side. This foundation, I can tell, will be a foundation that you will not have to use much product. That's a good thing. That means you won't have to be, you know, repurchasing a product, because it only takes a minimum amount of this product, which is just like the other one, the Covergirl Outlast 3-in-1 foundation. It's very similar. I mean, it don't take that much product unless you just want a whole lot of product. Okay, I'm gonna apply some up here to my forehead. Let me zoom you back out. Sorry. So it don't take much product. It's another good thing about this foundation. Now I'm gonna put some underneath my eyes again. Oh, it covers good. Put some on my eyelids. There we go. Blend the foundation down my neck, but I will, because it is just a little bit too dark for my skin. But I'm going to zoom you up and let you see like the application of this, okay? This is how my skin looks right now. I am very pleased with the coverage. The coverage right now is like a medium coverage, okay? Like I said once before, if I can get a medium coverage I love full coverage, but if I can get a medium coverage, I'm gonna like it, because once I apply a face press powder, then it's gonna give me full coverage. You know, I can build this up easily. So I like the fact that you can apply just the smallest amount of foundation, which is this foundation, the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous foundation, and you can achieve a medium coverage makeup application. So that right there lets me know this bottle right here will last me a long time, because I won't have to apply so much foundation to achieve just a medium coverage. I know if I put one more layer on it, I know I can build it up. I just know I can build this foundation up, okay? It's really easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of product. That's an A+. It's a product you won't have to be buying over and over and over again, because you're running out of product fast. That's good. That's very similar to the other one. Like I said, the 3-in-1 foundation by Covergirl Outlast. That foundation lasts for a long time. Usually I just have to buy a new bottle when I feel like it's, you know, expired. But this foundation is very similar. It's not going to take a whole lot of product. It feels great on my skin. I do have dry skin, and I did not apply a moisturizer. The only thing I applied was on this right side of my face. I applied the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. And what I tell you, what the difference is between the primer side and the non-primer side. Zoom you out again. What I can tell you is this. On the primer side, I feel like, yeah. On the primer side, it feels a little bit dry. But not dry to the point where it's like dry patches and everything showing up. It just feels like it's more mattifying, but yet still looks moisturized on the skin. As far as the foundation feels mattifying, and it feels as though my skin is still moisturized, if that makes any sense. But that's how it feels on this side with the primer. The primer kind of gives it that little dry feeling, you know. But on this side with no primer, it feels very moisturized, okay? That's what it feels on my skin. These are all my opinions, my thoughts, okay? Alright, this is what it feels like on my skin, okay? On this side, it feels more like moisturized. But like I said, one thing I noticed about this foundation as well is that it's one of those foundations, it does have to dry. It goes on moisty because it is luminous. So, you know, I could expect that. It goes on, it's a luminous foundation, so it's moisturizing in a sense, or has that potential to make the skin appear moisturized. And so with that being said, the formula, it takes a little while to dry. Not a whole lot, but this side is still moisty because I just applied it. This side has dried since I've been on the left side of my face. You know what I'm saying? So it takes just a little while for the makeup to dry. So, but it's not like a long time. You see how fast that was. It didn't take that long. But it does, you know, take its time to dry. And as it dries, I'm noticing more coverage. Even though it has coverage, by the time you apply the foundation, you can see the coverage. I saw my dark circles, you know, they were covered. My dark eyelids is covered pretty much. And some areas on my other parts of my face is covered. But I do notice that as it dries, you see more coverage, okay? So that's what I notice on my skin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and apply some on my neck, okay? Apply some on my neck, blend it on down my neck area. Like I said, this shade is just, oh, my earring came off. Give me a second. Alright. So this shade is a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, but you know me, I can make it work. I'll make it work. And it doesn't bother me. I actually like my foundations a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, so that's fine with me. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks, okay? Once again, I like the way that it looks on my skin. I really do. I see good coverage just to have one layer. However, like I said, I can build it up, but this one layer to me is enough, okay? I personally feel like this is enough. I don't need no more because I always set my foundation with the powder. This foundation to be luminous, and all you need is just one layer of foundation, and that's very light coverage. I mean, you get a medium coverage with just the smallest amount. Seriously, that's my first impression on this foundation by CoverGirl Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. Like I said, now that I'm looking at it, you probably wonder what I think about the glowing part. Well, to me, when I move my, my head, I don't really see like a real great glow. Maybe it takes a little while after applying my makeup. Maybe after a little while, maybe I can see it. But right now, you guys, I don't see like a glow. All I see is a medium coverage, a medium coverage application of makeup. That's all I see. I don't see like a glow, I really don't. I do feel that my skin is very soft. It feels like I've applied a moisturizer or some kind of lotion to my skin, and I've applied a foundation on top. That's what it feels like, and it's just taking its time to dry. That's what it feels like. So that's really good for my dry skin. But as far as a luminous glow, I don't see a luminous glow. I mean, do you see a luminous glow on my skin? I really don't see it. I'll zoom you back up. Let me see. I'll zoom you back in. Okay? Like, I don't see it. Let me see. I mean, I don't see a luminous glow. I zoom you back up and let you take a look at this. I know I'm like zoomed up in the screen, basically. I'm zoomed up in the screen. That's funny. But, I'm zoomed up. I got you zoomed in, okay? I got you zoomed in. And do you see a glow? I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, my face is not shining. It's not shining. I don't see it. Now, I do see a good medium coverage. I do see it. And like I said, with medium coverage, it's not full coverage. It's just enough coverage. And I like it because I'm going to apply powder to my skin and some bronzer. So that's going to take care of it as far as me having a full coverage foundation look. I mean, I don't have to have another layer of this foundation. This light coverage that I applied to my skin, which you saw, it's very minimum amount of makeup I applied to my skin as far as foundation. And I got this much coverage. Now I want you to see that it's not full coverage, but it is medium coverage. And the thing that sticks out the most, I'm going to zoom you back out. The thing that I noticed the most is that how good it covered my discoloration on my eyes. My eyes, and for most people, the eye area is the hardest to cover and everything. If you got discoloration, things going on around the eyes, dark circles, whatnot, it is the hardest to cover because some products do not, just don't cover problem areas around the eyes. That's just my experience with certain products. But this pretty much gives a good coverage for discoloration on the eyelids. A good coverage, I'm gonna say, not pretty much. Good coverage for dark discolorated eyelids and even underneath the eyes. Look at my skin compared to the beginning of the video. It pretty much covers discoloration. It is good. I mean, to be honest with you, I can't tell much of a difference between the Covergirl Outlast 3-in-1 and this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous. I'm just going to say, there's not much of a difference. Like I said, with the 3-in-1 version, let me go get that foundation so if some of you don't know what I'm talking about, you will know. Okay, this is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous, you guys. Not Outlast, but Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. This is one of my favorite foundations, okay? This one is also classic tan. Okay, this is the new one, okay? This is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous. Okay, there is not much of a difference between these two foundations, you guys. That's my opinion. This is my thoughts on this foundation. Just first impression and my thoughts. When I apply this, the only difference is, one more time, I'm going to say, the only difference is that it's more or tended for, this is made for, the only difference is that this is made for oily skin. However, if you have dry skin, you can use this. It doesn't bother you, okay? That's the only difference. When I apply this, you can tell this instantly kind of like mattifies, okay? It instantly mattifies. And this one's supposed to be a primer, a concealer, and a foundation in one, which it is. It's really, really good. It's really, really good coverage, okay? This is really, really good coverage. This one right here, the only difference between this one and this one is that this one goes on and your face feels very, very soft. It feels like it has a moisture, some kind of moisture ingredient in it that's made for dry skin. So I do notice that my face still feels a little bit moist on this side. So you can tell that this is intended for dry skin, in my opinion. This one is made for oily skin, in my opinion. But you can still use both of these foundations with dry skin. I do, but I'm just telling you the difference. What I noticed is that is about all. I mean, the coverage is the same to me. There's good coverage with both of these foundations. You can build it up to medium to full coverage. This one says the 3-in-1, it says it is a flawless coverage, meaning, I guess, meaning up to full coverage. And you can with this, you can build this up to full coverage. This one, I feel like you can build this up to full coverage. I have a good bit of coverage right now, and if I put one more layer of this, it's full coverage. I just know it, because look at how much I got with that, just that small amount of foundation. But once again, the only difference between these two, I'm telling you, okay, I've used this one and I just tried this one, and I can tell you right now, these two products is basically works the same. This one doesn't say that it has a concealer and a primer. However, the primer comes additional, you know, it's like a separate primer, but you can use a primer with it. But it doesn't say it's a concealer. But look at my under eyes, look at my eyelids, look how it covered the discoloration on my eyelids and underneath my eyes, the discoloration or dark circle underneath my eyes. It still covers as if it does have a concealer ingredient in it, just like this one does. So these two products is basically the same. It's basically the same. It just depends on what you want. If you want your skin to look more dry or more mattifying, then use this one, the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, the blue top. If you want your skin to feel more moisturized, and if you want your skin to feel soft, and you have dry skin, dry patches, go with this one. This is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous, you know, Natural Glow Foundation. Go with this one. But however, I'm going with both of them. Just depends on what I want to, how I want my face to look for the day, okay? If my skin happens to be a week where, say for instance, just my skin gets super, super dry, and my skin needs a lot of moisturizer, I'm going to go with this one, this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. Now, say if my skin is not too dry and I want to have more of a matte makeup look or a more mattifying foundation look that looks matte, then I'm going to go with this one, which is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. Okay, that is what I'm gonna do. All right, that would be what I would do as far as these two foundation go. Okay, and I would apply it on my skin. I didn't think about that, but I'll apply this one right here to this hand, which is my left hand. This is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. I'll apply this foundation to this hand. Okay. And this one, as I'm feeling the foundation, it's more liquidy, in my opinion. It's very liquidy. Okay. Look how much it covers. It covers so well, you guys. That's a good foundation. Alright, that's how it looks on my left hand, the blue, which is the Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 by Covergirl. Alright, and then on my other hand, I'm going to apply the red one, which is the, Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous, okay? I forgot the pump doesn't work. That's just sad, isn't it? I hate when I have a foundation that the pump does not work. Makes me mad. As you saw on this side, this Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 on this hand. You saw how liquidy it was. This is the one that is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. This one is thicker. See there? This foundation is thicker. Okay, that's another difference. That's why I did that, because I noticed that this foundation, the Stay Luminous, is more thicker. Look at it. It's thicker. Okay, so let's look at it on my hand and put the two hands. I'm gonna put my hands side by side. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands side by side, but I'm blending it all out. Maybe you can see what I'm talking about. The coverage is the same. Great coverage. All right. There we go. And you're going to see the difference as to what I'm talking about. Apply the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. Remember, it's the blue. Okay. All right. And this is the Stay Luminous that I am doing at first impression. Look at that. This looks more mattifying, more dry on the skin. Look at my skin. I know the tones or whatnot, like I said, but I'm going to show you something. Okay, this side looks more dry, more mattifying. Okay, look at this side, the Stay Luminous. It's more moisty. It's still moisty. It still looks, I guess the moisture side is what they mean by luminous, meaning it looks more glowy because it's dewy. Maybe that's what they mean, because this is dewy. Okay, this side is dewy. Look at that. Look at this. I'm gonna move my hand. This is more dewy. Okay, so that might be where that luminous and that glow comes in. You know, like it's luminous and all, but it's actually dewy. Okay, and look at this side where this one is completely dry, which is the Stay Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. Look at that. You can tell the difference. This side is dry. This is more dewy. Okay, but look at the coverage. I'm gonna move my hands so you can see what I'm talking about. It's dewy. This side is dry. So it just depends on your skin type, whether you have oily skin or dry skin. If you have oily skin, the blue might be better for you because it dries. It's more mattifying. And then the Stay Luminous is more dewy. Okay, it's more moisturizing and dewy. Look at that. I mean, I can tell the difference just right on my hands. Right there. Look at that. What a difference. I see it. Alright? I see it. So yeah, you guys, you see that this is dry. This is more dewy. So indeed, but the coverage is still good. Look at my hands real good. Look at the coverage. The ability to cover. Both foundations cover really good in my opinion. So I hope that demonstration kind of help you. And so like I said, it doesn't matter with me. I have dry skin. You would think I would say I'm strictly gonna go with this one, the Stay Luminous. But to me, they're both the same as far as coverage. I can use this 3-in-1 foundation as much as I can use the Stay Luminous. I can use both of them, even though this one mattifies quicker. But the coverage to me is the same. You look at my hand, the coverage is the same. There's not a difference with the coverage, you guys. The coverage is the same. It's just depending. The question is this: what you like on your skin. If you have dry skin, like I said again, you might want to go with the Stay Luminous, okay? If your skin is real oily, you might want to stick with the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. It depends on you and what you like on your face. If you are a person like me, if you go back and forth, sometimes you like your face to look mattifying, then I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to use the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 if I want a mattifying look. As you see, this is very mattifying. Like you can look on my hand, tell. It's mattifying. So yeah, if I want my face to look mattifying, I'm going to go with this one. As far as this one, the Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation by Covergirl Outlast, I will use this when I want my skin to look dewy. That's what I will use this for. Whenever I want that dewy makeup look, yes, I will go with this one. Especially for that dewy, bronzy type of look, I would definitely go with this one. So, impression and my final thought is this. Both of them works the same way. Okay? Both of them give good coverage. This one doesn't give better coverage than this one, in my opinion. Both of them covers, as you see on my hand. Both covers well, as you see on my face with this one. It covers. You look at my hand here, you look at my skin. Both covers. It's just this one is dewy on the skin. This one is more mattifying. Alright, so that's my final thoughts on it. So it just depends on you and your skin type, what you like. I mean, that's all it depends on as far as coverage and application. Now, remember that this one is more watery. It's more liquidy. Like when you apply it to your skin, this one is more, it's more runny, like water. It has a water-based type of, it's a water-based type of foundation. It's very liquidy. You saw it as I demonstrated on my hand. And this one, the Stay Luminous, it is more thicker. It's a thicker consistency as far as the formula. It's thicker when you apply it to your skin. Okay, that's the only other difference, okay? Remember that. Depends on what you like. If you don't like thick foundations on your skin, or a thick, or a product that has a thick consistency, don't go with the Stay Luminous. It's thicker formula. But if you want a more water-based type of formula, like this one's more liquidy, if you understand what I'm saying. You saw it as I put it on my hand. This one runs like water. Like when you apply it, it's more liquidy. It's a little bit lighter on the skin, but it gives full coverage. Then go with this one, okay? This one, like I said, is more thicker, but it gives great coverage as well. Full coverage if you want it. So yeah, that's the only difference. The only difference between the two is this one is more mattified. Once again, this one is more dewy. This one is more like a water base. It's very thin consistency. This one is a thick consistency when you apply it to the skin. That's the only difference. That's the only difference that I see, you guys. That's the only difference. That's it. I mean, as far as coverage, both of them give great coverage. You know, you can build this up to a full coverage. I have a medium coverage on right now, and I'm content with it. Like, I don't even have to apply another coverage of makeup. So, you guys, that's all I'm going to say about these products. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish my face, and I'll come back, and I'm just going to tell you once again, as you heard, what I feel. I basically tell you before I finish my face how I feel about these foundations. But let me go ahead and apply my makeup and I'll come back. Okay? Alright. Hey, I'm back, you guys. Okay, I put on my makeup and I'm sorry for the reflection. That's reflections when the sun hit the car. You know, you get a glare. Sorry for all that back there. But anyway, hopefully you can still see my makeup and everything. You can see my face. I finished my face, put some eyeshadow on, eyeliner, mascara, blush, lipstick, etc., etc. Okay, I just wanted to come back in so you could see it with my makeup completely done. I'll zoom you in so you can see. This is what's going on right now. So this is how the foundation looks with makeup on. I love it a lot, you guys. I love it. So pretty. So, yeah. Let me zoom out. All right. So that is how the foundation looks with everything on. Once again, I've said it in the clip before this one that these two foundations are basically the same, okay? They have the same coverage. They have great coverage. When I apply just a small amount, even with this one, which is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, and even with this Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation, either one I use, I can build up to a full coverage, okay? This is great coverage. The only difference is that this one is more thinner as consistency, meaning that you saw on my hand how this is more liquidy, but it gives a good matte finish. This one right here, which is the Stay Luminous, is more of a thicker consistency as far as the foundation. And this one is more dewy. Okay? That is the difference between these two foundations. And that is my thoughts and review on this. So if you want to go for a more mattifying look, and if you have oily skin, this one might be better for you. And then if you have more dry skin and you want a dewy look, this one will be better for you. Now for me, I like them both. Whenever I want a mattifying or a matte foundation look, I will use this one, okay? Which is the Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1, okay, by Covergirl. And then whenever I want a dewy, a glowy look, you know, like I said with the glow, I personally still do not see the glowing benefit of this. But what I think what they mean by the luminous or the glow is that the fact that this foundation stays dewy. So with the dewy foundation, you can seem like when you move, you have that moisture like makeup application look, like your skin is moisturized, so therefore it's going to look dewy, and therefore dewy can sometimes appear to be glowy or luminous. That's what I think, that's why they named this. It's basically a dewy foundation, but like I said, whenever I want a dewy or a nice dewy bronze look or whatnot, I will go for this. I think that they are equal as far as coverage. Both of them give great coverage. I used a small amount and I got a good coverage. I got a medium coverage. So if I use a second layer, I could build this up to a full coverage, okay? As far as what I did when I got done, with the application of this foundation, I basically just added some powder and now I have a full coverage look, okay? So I'm just saying, as far as this foundation, it is buildable. It is a great foundation so far. I will basically use this foundation for a while, and if anything else comes up that's different, I will make another video and let you know about it. But so far so good. As far as the Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer Makeup Wear Extender, this is something that I will have to use for a while before I can give you a thorough review, because I have to use it for a while to see, does it actually keep my makeup on for a long time without breaking up and just dissolving, or does it last? Does my makeup last? Does it end within a number of hours, or a certain number of hours, or whatnot? It takes time to use a product like this to see if it extend your makeup. So I cannot tell you much, but I can tell you that it's like a lotion formula. It feels like a lotion on the skin, so therefore it feels good so far on my skin. The lasting power as far as the extending the makeup, I don't know that right now. I will have to come back with a video to let you all know about that and tell you my opinions on this product. But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna let you all go, but so far it's a thumbs up for this Covergirl Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. I really like this foundation so far. It feels good on my skin, on my dry skin. So if you have dry skin, ladies, you might want to try this. Give it a shot. I mean, it's drugstores by Covergirl. So far, I like it, but if anything changes, I will let you all know. I'll come back with a video, but so far, I've told you how I feel about it. I'll let you see how it looks on my skin as far as the first impression part of this video. So yeah, that's all I want to say about this foundation. So I hope this video was somewhat helpful for someone, and you can look forward to another first impression video on another foundation. Like I said, basically I'm dedicating this week for first impressions on a few of the foundations. I don't know if I can do all four. I'm going to try to do. I've already done one, so I lack 3 more foundations that I would like to show you. Now, I might be able to do that, but it's another video I would like to do for this week. And so, yeah, if I don't get all of them, then I would just finish the rest of the foundations as far as the first impressions for the following week as well, okay? But I'm going to try to get it all done this week. And so, yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. So I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. And remember, I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye. Bye.